with another video. Okay, which one is this one? Okay, so explain what attribution means, what kind of attributions people typically make, the predominant theories of attribution, and errors in attribution. So attribution is basically how humans like explain their behavior and behaviors of others, or like the causes of them. So it's basically trying to understand like why people do what they do. And just helps us to make sort of like what's the word? Like sense of all of it. So this can happen through internal dispositions or like external situations. So say like an internal one, say I'm taking a test, and say I did good on the test, we like would attribute that to like personality, like, oh, I'm super smart, or I'm a hard worker, good studier, whatever. But like an external situation, say I failed the test, like the test was difficult, which kind of ties into self-serving bias. So basically, if that's basically you attribute your successes to like your personality and who you are, and then you attribute your failures to like the environment. So basically, I did good on the test, so I'm so smart, or I failed the test, so the test was super hard. Everybody must have failed too. And this made me think back to the last chapter. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it's called right now. My mind is off. But basically, it was that thing. But God, I can't remember. Okay, just forget that because I can't remember the name. But I used this example in the last one where it's like you do good at something, so it's because of you, or you did bad on something, so the test failed. It was the thing we were talking about where you said in the video like people like stay like you like self-handicapping. That's not like the same thing, but it made me think of it because you stay up all night studying so you can protect your self-esteem. So if you failed a test, it was because you were out all night and not because you didn't like study. So that's kind of what it made me think of, because they're both biases that help protect self-esteem. Okay, let me get back on track. Okay, and then you have the attribution theory, which is basically like we want to understand why people do what they do, or why we do what we do, and it's the same thing as the biases, where we attribute our successes and we attribute our failures to like outside environment. And then we also have the what did you say? Errors and attribution. Okay, so the fundamental attribution error. These all kind of play into one another. But example I have for this one, say I'm like on my way to work, because this happens a lot, and I'm late. People might say, oh, wow, she can't even get to work on time. She must be so lazy. But in reality, there's like, I was stuck in traffic for like 10 minutes. And I know I've done this to other people, but they seem actually lazy. But people blame it on traffic. So I can kind of understand this one. So it's basically, we attribute, what's the word? We attribute the, what's the word? Behavior. We attribute the behavior of others to, like, their personality, and we underestimate, like, all the other circumstances that could have played into it. So, like, we didn't consider that there might have been traffic, there might have been a wreck. So, yeah. I hope that made sense. I'm trying to look at my notes, see if I missed anything. But my mind is totally not working right now. Yeah, I think I basically covered everything that I wanted to talk about. So it's basically just, this can help us understand other people and be more lenient and not so quick to judge.